Hey everyone, this is Austin, and welcome back to another review of, The Rise of the Shield Hero. And this episode was kind of a interesting episode, and nonetheless, it's one of those episodes, because Nofumi has been shown that he's kind of very powerful, and this is kind of why I like the series. This was kind of to kind of level him out, to say the least. But we get a lot of information, so I'm gonna try my best to kind of like break it down for you, so you guys can kind of understand, because they give us it, but they didn't really, I guess, go into detail. But anyways, I'll start with the review. So we are starting off from, episode 15 with the big, T-Rex. I know it has a name, but I'm calling it T-Rex because I don't get to talk about dinosaurs anymore since Darling the Franks is over. But anyways, we have Fitoria being informed about the candidate who could be the next queen of the Pholoians, or Pholoias, however you say it. I'm pretty sure someone will correct me. But she's going to go visit Philo, obviously, because Philo was kind of, imply that she's going to be the next queen, or she is the queen, kind of thing. And Nofumi and the crew are actually currently running away from the T-Rex, and Nofumi's trying to lure it out of town to minimize like the casualties that could happen with it. And I want to talk about this briefly because it kind of just really shows the contrast between him and the other heroes. The other heroes still think they're playing a video game, and Nofumi's here grounded in reality, seeing that, hey, there's actual people here. This is an actual thing. People get hurt. I need to do my best to be a hero and save people. And he's not really a hero. I wouldn't say he's a hero, but he understands what it means to be a hero. I probably call him an anti-hero, as I usually say. But so we see that the T-Rex is actually going after Philo due to the stone or core that she ate. And it's actually later on we kind of get a little information. I'm going to feed you some information and give you some stuff to think about, because I think that might be the best thing to do for you guys. But we go to the nice guy. I know it's Vaughn or Van or however you say his name, and basically he takes care of Keel while Raftalia and the others go lure the monster away. And Raftalia gives Keel her bracelet, and it kind of shows that she really cares about Keel. And I know some of you are probably going to want Keel dead, but wait impatiently, please. Don't be too impatient. But we see that Nofumi, Philo, Raftalia, and Melty all escape from the town to lure the monster out, obviously. And we see actually Raftalia apologize for giving her bracelet away, but Nofumi kind of reassures her by saying, "Hey, it's yours. You can do you can do anything you want with it. I gave it to you as a present," kind of thing. And it's kind of showing how their relationship has kind of progressed. And it's, I thought a lot of people probably thought he was going to get angry, but Nofumi isn't the old angry man like he usually is, and I kind of find that funny. But anyway, so they lure obviously the monster out to an open area out of the forest, and this is kind of where we see some of the action happen. So we see Nofumi use his airstrike shield, and the T-Rex he's like, this is just butter. Breaks right through, and I'm like, oh boy! And we see everyone try to attack it, but it's like not even making a scratch, and it's just so crazy how powerful the thing is. And we see that Nofumi's now kind of faced with this reality that he has to use the rage shield because he doesn't have, unlimited stamina. He can't keep fighting. Not everyone else can. It's one of those grand realities, and I just love how this kind of really shows a contrast to the other heroes, as I keep bringing up. But we see this mist appear, and Melty says it's kind of a high-level magic ability, and this is where I'm quite happy, because we see the Pholoias show up and surround the T-Rex, and we see that Nofumi actually cannot use his Shield of Rage due to a jamming thing, and it's actually Fitoria, and she kind of says, hey, do not use that shield. A hero shouldn't be using that shield in a sense. And we see a giant bird show up, and it's the queen. The queen has shown up, not the other one, but the first queen. We're going to see the other queen in a couple episodes, 2 to 3 episodes, if I'm correct. But wow, that's all I got to say is just, that's a big bird, and oh boy. So we see the T-Rex actually has the Dragon Emperor's fragment within it, and this brings the question up, what did Nofumi absorb? And what does Philo have within her, kind of thing? And I'm going to leave it with that without trying to explain that part with it, but try to think upon that. That's what I wanted to do in a sense. But we see that Fitoria just destroys the T-Rex with ease, and I'm like, you know what? That's the person I wouldn't want to fight in a video game, because I'd get my butt handed to me. It's kind of like playing, Bloodborne in the beginning. You get messed up by the, werewolf. Yeah, I remember those days. But yeah, she's wicked strong. Just felt the need to say that. Most of you are like, oh, you don't say. No, I don't say. But we see that Fitoria changes back into her human form, and she is the queen of the, Florius. And yeah, no, I wouldn't have never guessed that. A giant bird turning into a human. I'm kidding. But obviously, we hear some of the background to who she is, and she was raised by the hero of time. And I'm hoping some people are picking up references, because think back to Nintendo and who is the hero of time? Come on, I'm waiting in the comments. It's one of those Easter eggs I think a lot of people are missing. And I've always talked about in my Discord server that the author loves Zelda. It's like quite clear. But anyways, continuing on from my fanboyism of Zelda. She's obviously wicked overpowered because of that. She has so many centuries, and she's wicked, like really old, and we kind of see why she's very strong. And we see that Melty has met her before, and it's just like, wow, Melty, you get around and you don't tell us this stuff until last minute. Thank you for being Aqua in another anime. Oh god. But we see that Fitoria doesn't like when the heroes use dragon materials in their equipment, and we kind of hear a little warning of foreshadowing, obviously, that Nafumi shouldn't use his Shield of Rage or Curse series shield, because it has consequences. Yes, it does hold a lot of power, but it comes at a price, and it's kind of showing that Nafumi has been grounded in reality, but there's some things that he still doesn't know, and he kind of is thinking it is kind of like a video game. It's just, I kind of like when stories do this, because it shows that this character still has room to develop. He's not just cut and dry. Nothing's ever cut and dry in real life, but nonetheless, she eventually allows Nafumi to take the material to, improve his shield, and we see that the Fitoria kind of brings the remains of the, stuff to the next area, which is apparently a remains of the civilization where the original heroes defended, kind of thing, and it's basically a sanctuary for, the Florius, and she isn't supposed to bring humans there, but hey, you gotta break a rule once in a while, right? Just not on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't like me. Anyways, continuing on with that joke, Philo obviously gets hungry, and so the Fitoria is like, oh yeah, guys, you can rest, and we see that Nafumi actually cooks the monster, or T-Rex, and the other Florias kind of start to gather around like, ooh, food, and it's kind of funny, because we now get to see other Florias, so we kind of understand why, Philo is the way she is. She's always hungry. And there was a couple jokes thrown back and forth earlier on, saying Nafumi telling, Philo, like, hey, if I ever fed you that much, you wouldn't be with us. I'd leave you. Kind of thing. And I'm just like, that's funny. But continuing on, we see that Nafumi kind of breaks down because he feels guilty that he's making food, and he becomes the cooking hero now. And he cooks obviously that was a joke. Please don't get too mad. I don't need to explain the joke, hopefully, but he calls the Florias a KFC farm, and I have been waiting for the anime to say that, and I know people have been slowly saying that in the comments, and here you go. That's what you wanted. I found that hilarious. But continuing on, Nafumi tells, first, Fitoria tells Nafumi why she was there originally to, find Philo to kind of see what the next person's going to be like. And we kind of find out why Philo is the way she is, because a hero is raising her. And it just shows that these heroes have some kind of, power above other people. They're just not heroes for just the sake of being heroes. There's actual perks to it. But we see that Nafumi tells Fitoria kind of what has happened, and she tells Nafumi that he needs to literally talk it out with the other heroes, because they're supposed to be fighting the waves around the world, not just in the kingdom. And now we have this whole picture of what is going on, we there's other places that we need to defend, and we hear that each hero was supposed to be summoned in a different country, and we're starting to see how corrupt the king is and how bad everything is in the three hero church. It's really crazy that it's now starting to show up, and I hope people are paying attention because it's extremely crazy. That's all I can say. But we see that Fitoria needs the heroes to work together because she's been doing this by herself for a while. And we have a little cut to Itsuki and Ren investigating a three-hero kind of like archive, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And we see Multi obviously isn't happy about it. She says you shouldn't be sticking your noses into this. And we have Fitoria, after saying that she is going to kill all the heroes, to summon the other heroes. And I need to say that part because that's the one part they left out to kind of have a cliffhanger. I know people hate cliffhangers, so here you go. I'm telling you why she said that. She wants to summon other heroes. Is she going to do it? No. So I just want to kind of have some people rest assured, because I know I'm going to get the question, does she actually do that? No. Before you ask. But overall, great episode. I will say I am getting a little annoyed with the CG. You know, monsters, huge monsters. But hey, what can you do? This is just, the Raw. But hey, great episode. I cannot wait for the next one because it's going to be another action-packed episode. And it's just, I really can't wait for the next couple, like 3 episodes. And obviously I'm going to be doing the preview. The Wise Grandson review will be out tomorrow. Sunday Anime is probably not coming back. But anyways, that's kind of the rundown. And guys, we are pretty close to the sub goal. So hey, if you could share this video and, get it around, we could take over YouTube. We can surpass PewDiePie. Think about that. But anyways, guys, thank you for honestly watching this video. It means a whole lot, and I will catch you in the next video. This has been Austin. Peace.